Right guys, got another battle report. This is also on the Friday. This is the second warm-up game I had out of 3. This is against another one of my buddies that came down from way up north. We're kind of all scattered across the country at the moment, so it's good to meet up at events like this and get some games in. So excuse my bit of a sore throat at the moment, guys. So for this mission we rolled up meeting engagement, because the tournament we're in uses the random scenarios in the rulebook. So for each game we were rolling them randomly, and we got meeting engagement. So I don't have my customary picture of my spell cards, but I did have Doom and Darkness, Soul Blight, the Caress of Lanith, and the Fate of Boona. So I would have liked to have had Purple Sun, because I could have sent it through his bolt throwers and they'd auto failed, but hey, never mind. So his deployment, he castled up in the corner like this, of course. So on the right hand side he's got 10 Shadow Warriors, he's got 3 bolt throwers in the back, a single eagle, he's got a unit of 5 Illyrian Reavers there, there's another unit of 5 that's just behind the building. Oh no, the other unit of 5 is there in the top right that didn't come on, you rolled a 1, and then he's got a big unit of 30 archers that you rolled a 1 for, so they didn't come on. And in the middle there he's got the 30-man Phoenix Guard unit with the Banner of the World Dragon, level 2 or level 1 Scroll Caddy in there, a level 4 Shadow Mage, and a BSB with the Ring of, is it the Ring of Cain or something, who basically gives them Soul Quench as a bound spell. Because as per the the most current set of rules, when you cast Soul Quench, you actually get the Lore attribute, so you get the bound spell on a 3+, and then you get the +1 to your ward saves. It's a really nice tactic there. And this is a fairly bad matchup for me because most of my army has magical attacks. So that's his deployment there, casted up in the corner. So to counter, I've got 2 Nurgle Gorebeasts, the unit of 18 Nurgle Warriors, 5 Hounds, BSB under Demonic Mount, Demon Prince hiding behind the building from those bolt throwers, and then the 4 Skull Crushers. The only thing I didn't get to deploy was 2 units of Hounds. So I got fairly lucky that most of my main stuff stayed on the table. So this is a shot of sort of his first movement phase, and my plan is I'm going to send the Skull Crushers and the Demon Prince right around the left of that building in an attempt to push his Phoenix Guard forward around the building, because obviously my Nurgle Warriors and my Gorebeast Chariots don't have magical attacks, so they've got a better chance of getting past that stupid banner than my usual combat unit. So I'm going to swing them around the building to the left and hopefully force him out the right hand side. So as you can see in his movement phase there, he's just moving his archers on. The other unit, Illyrian Reavers, comes on the table there, and the other one moves around the trees. And this is the rest of his movement. So the archers try and basically they move on, and he tries to swift reform into the building, and he fails his leadership test. So I was saying, serves you right for trying to be a gamey bastard. Swift reforming into buildings. But hey, so the archers are there. Shadow Warriors push up a little bit, and I don't even think the Phoenix Guard move. They really don't need to. We'll just conserve all his points. So I have a unit of dogs that have vanguarded up to here. In his first magic phase, the Ring of Cain uses Soul Quench, and they're gone. So now the Phoenix Guard have a 3+ ward save. And he also managed to get the Withering off on this unit and drops my toughness down by 2. So I have toughness 2 Nurgle Warriors. And in the shoot phase, he goes ahead and kills 2 of them with bowfire. So this is my movement phase. You can see that the warriors have moved up into the trees. The Gorebeasts have swung around to the right hand side of the trees. These 2 units of dogs have come on from my table edge and just moved up as far as they could. On this side, so this is the plan I'm trying to enact. The BSB doesn't actually have magical attacks, he just has his hand weapon. He's really defensive, but he just has a hand weapon. So the BSB is he's lining up a flank charge into the Phoenix Guard. The Demon Prince again is hiding behind the building. He's going to go ahead and try and get a Doom Darkness off on the Phoenix Guard, and the Skull Crushers are getting in position to swing around that building. Unfortunately, there's no way I can stop those archers just walking into the building in this next turn. Magic phases are uneventful. I don't think I get anything off. there's a card back there, but I don't actually think it's mine. I think I rolled a fairly shocking magic phase. So in high elf turn 2, he goes ahead and puts his archers in the building. The Living Reavers all swing around like this. They're going to start enacting some fast cav games. I think this is kind of a mistake. I mean, really what I should have done is just put one of them in front of my Skull Crushers, just clip in the corner so I couldn't just march past him. But maybe these guys are probably going to just clear up my dogs, pick up the points, and stop me getting any points in return. In the magic phase, he goes ahead and gets Melkor's Mystifying Miasma off, and drops my movement by 1, so now I'm toughness 2, and movement 3. And in the shooting phase, so man, he just goes to town with his archers and his bolt throwers and just shreds looks like about a third of the unit. So now this unit's not going to do anything. In the combat with the Phoenix Guard, they're going to strike first. They're going to just kill my entire unit. So my turn looks like this. I kind of just shuffle the warriors across to the side a little bit. I'm staying behind those woods, so he's getting the -1 penalties to hit me. Dogs push up. The Gold Beast chariots push up as well. This is the only bad thing about chariots, is they're so slow. They can't march. Moving forward with my army, they're probably going to come out as destructive as they are. I want a more flexible, fast army. The BSB actually declared a charge on the Shari Warriors. He needed a 10. I tried to power stance it, but he failed. In the high elf turn 2, he dropped the eagle in front of my Skull Crusher, so I oblige and charge it. I'm going to run off the table, but that's fine. It's going to get me sort of where I need to be anyway. And the Demon Prince goes ahead and flies up out of the arc of the Phoenix Guard, and I'm going to put some pressure on those bolt throwers. See, this is where I'd love to just have a purple sun, just send it straight through all three of those bolt throwers, auto fail, and kill them all. But it wasn't to be. So in the magic phase, I go ahead and I get a Caress of Lanif off on one of the bolt throwers. My opponent lets it go. I manage to kill it, hoping to panic off the other two, but they all make their panic tests. But it's one less bolt thrower to worry about. And in the combat, of course, the Skull Crushers just obliterate the eagle and over and off the table. So high elf turn 3, he goes ahead and he pushes the Living Reavers around the building again. So I think he's trying to move these guys up to finish off the warriors. Is my bet. And the Living Reavers, I don't think they move. If they do, it's not very far. They're probably going to pick off the dogs in the middle. And his battle line just kind of shuffles backwards again. He sees the danger of the Gold Beast chariots, and he's just trying to get out of the way. He's up on points at the moment. If he can finish off my warrior block, and he's got 2 bolt thrower shots that can go into the Demon Prince, so this game's looking better for him at the moment. I've got to take the game to him, and I'm doing my best to do that at the moment. So in the magic phase, I don't think pretty much anything went off. I think this was a bit of a dud phase. In the shooting phase, fires 1 bolt thrower into the Demon Prince and misses, and then the other one hits his charm shield, which is really, really nice. And then continue shooting. So again, they're just whittling down archers from the building, the Shadow Warriors and the Living Reavers. They're just picking away at this unit. So Operation Punch Denial is going to be in effect from now on with this unit. So Warriors Curse turn 3 is exactly what I do. I test this with freeform and move away. So I'm just going to march to the corner of the board now and just stop him picking up these points as best I can. The Skull Crushers come back on the table there, so they're ready for a flank charge on the Phoenix Guard next turn. The Demon Prince goes ahead and charges the first bolt thrower, obviously in a position where I can over into the second one, and the BSB again needs a 10, and this time I was able to power stance the 10, and he gets into the Shadow Warriors. So this is looking really good. On my turn, I'm probably going to beat those Shadow Warriors. They're going to run off the table. I can then reform into face the Phoenix Guard. The Demon Prince is going to kill the bolt thrower over into the second bolt thrower. Kill the second bolt thrower in his turn. and then I'll be able to charge his Phoenix Guard in the rear. So even though most of my stuff are magical attacks, I can just, hopefully just win through combat res alone, and just hope he fails that steadfast 9 rerollable. Dogs have also pushed up Y. Again, the Gobies Chariots have just moved around. one time soon, they're going to get the charge in, and they're going to do the damage that I need. So in the magic phase, I go ahead and use my Chalice of Chaos and turn into a Demon Prince, like a boss. Magic phase again was inconsequential. I think I rolled either like 3 dice or 2 dice or something. No spells got off. So the Demon Prince kills the bolt thrower, overruns into the second bolt thrower, and actually, quite luckily, the BSB only manages to kill 3 of the Shadow Warriors, so they're still steadfast. But they can't be steadfast because of the skirmishers. But they passed the break test, which is actually better for me because now I can get him, hopefully break him on his turn, and then I can charge the BSB and the Demon Prince into the Phoenix Guard. So this is working out really well. I'm sorry for the blurry picture there. The Illyrian Reavers just kind of move around to here, so they're within, the minimum distance possible to be able to shoot the longbows. And the Illyrian Reavers here just move around. They're going to fire some longbows at Skull Crushers. And the Phoenix Guard just reform to face that way. I think that the feeling is that they're going to get charged anyway by everything. So they're looking at thinking, well, if they can get as many attacks as possible on the Skull Crushers, can rack up some combat res and hopefully win combat that way. And he's not going to break the Demon Prince, but he can break the Skull Crushers and he could break the BSB. So that's probably the smartest idea, is to get as many attacks onto the Skull Crushers, who are actually the weakest target in combat out of the 3 options available. So again, I'm not sure what magic goes off, if any. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the magic in this game was so inconsequential that I wasn't taking pictures of it. Nothing important went off. So in the combat phase, the Doom Prince, of course, just stands on the bolt thrower and kills it. And this turn, the BSB does indeed manage to break the Shadow Warriors and they flee off the table. So now I'm set up for a double rear charge with the Demon Prince and the BSB, and the Skull Crushers. I've got a fairly short charge into the front of the Phoenix Guard. The annoying thing is, because I've pushed up the Warhounds, I now can't charge the 2 Gorbeasts into the flank either. So that's just a mistake on my part there, not having the foresight to see that. So into Warriors Chaos turn, that's exactly what I do. I go ahead and charge him in the front with the Skull Crushers. I go ahead and charge him in the rear of the BSB and the Demon Prince. And I push the dogs out the way, so next turn I can charge the 2 Gorbeasts into the flank. Because I'm going to win this combat, and even if I break the Demon Prince is going to stay, and he's going to stop my the Phoenix Guard from chasing anyone down. So the flank is still going to be there unless he reforms the face. So yeah, this is looking quite good at this point. Yeah, and so this is just the Gobies Chariots there that have moved up into position. They're going to flank next turn. So down in this bottom corner again, I just march the 3 remaining Nurgle Warriors way into the corner of the table, and the Demon Prince just moves up to run point guard for them. In the magic phase, I go ahead and I manage to cast Soulblight on this unit, and he dispels Doom and Darkness. Doom and Darkness was the one I really wanted, because Soulblight is not really going to do much. Still wounding him on 2s with everything. He still needs like 5s and 6s for most things. Now this just guarantees he needs 6s to wound everything. But Soulblight would have been better because he's going to be steadfast. He's on a 9 with a reroll. I would have much rather him been on a 6 with a reroll. But them's the breaks. So sorry for this blurry picture, guys. This is after combat. I take 2 wounds on a Skull Crusher. I issue a challenge and he refuses with his. So I send his. I think I send his BSB to the back. There was a gap. Yeah, yes, the BSB goes in the back rank. He doesn't. He's in a place where he's not being hit by anybody. I kill 4 Phoenix Guard or 5 Phoenix Guard. I win combat, and he makes steadfast 9. So we're just gonna have to grind away on this Phoenix Guard. And again, sorry for the blurry picture. So into high off turn 4 or turn 5. I think it's turn 4. He gets the withering off on this chariot, so he's gonna try and he's gonna fight all his shooting into this Gorby's chariot and try and kill it. I'm still toughness 4 though. And with all the shooting, so remember that there's a unit of 30 longbowmen in that building, and the Illyrian Reavers there. They only managed to put a single wound on, which was fairly fortunate. And over here, the Illyrian Reavers move up. They try and shoot at the warriors, but they either miss all the shots or don't do any wounds, so they're still alive, which is really good for me. And the Demon Prince has got an average charge on to clear up those Illyrian Reavers now. So I have turn 4 combat phase. You can see I've peeled off the entire back rank. I believe this phase I usually challenge again with the BSB because I have to, and he does accept his BSB this time. He doesn't do anything to me. I think I put a wound on him. So they're fighting in that challenge. I think I roll them really well for Thunder Stomps. And I've just got so many attacks that even with the 2+ ward against my magical attacks, I'm just whittling down this unit. So I've got the entire back rank off now. I've lost the Skull Crusher. I win combat again. Steadfast on a 9 with a reroll, and he makes it. So into Warriors of Chaos turn 4. Go ahead and do get the double charge of both these Gorbeasts into the flank. So that's going to add some, a lot more attacks that he's going to be saving probably on his 4 ward save instead of a 2+ ward save, which is good. It's going to get some, he's going to get some more wounds through, and just ensure that I keep winning combat. And eventually he's going to break. He's passed his fear test every turn. He's passed his break test every turn. If my BSB can kill his BSB in this turn, there's a chance that I can kill him. So this Demon Prince down here does indeed make this charge. I think he needed an 8 to make it. So the power stance came out, and I got the 8. So the Demon Prince is going to clear up these Illyrian Reavers. He elected to hold because he would have fled off the table otherwise. And again, these Noble Warriors just march right to the far corner of the table. I think now I'm out of range of all those longbows, so I'm going to preserve all those points. Dogs just kind of move around. They've got no job to do now. Now they've got out of the way, just not die. It looks as well there. He's pulled his wizard out of his unit, but I don't think he's actually dead. I think he was in a challenge or got moved to the back of the unit at some point. He's not actually dead. He just was, yeah. So this is in the magic phase. I go ahead and I manage to get Doom and Darkness off this turn. I throw a Soul Blight out again. He dispels it, and then I get Doom and Darkness, which is probably the wrong way around. Either that or he does attempt to dispel Doom and Darkness, and he fails. Again, I've got a lot of games in my memory. Some of the details aren't there. The important thing is Doom and Darkness is on, so now he's going to be, Leadership 6, which is infinitely more favourable than Leadership 9. Down here, the Demon Prince, of course, beats the Illyrian Reavers and they flee off the table. And I don't run off the table after him, which is lucky, after failing to restrain. And the combat phase, so, man, this was a good phase. I absolutely smashed them. The Gorbeasts coming in the flank was really, really helpful. I got like 9 impact hits. And them not being magical just really racked up the damage. Pulled off an entire another rank, plus some more guys. My BSB kills his BSB in the challenge. But he sticks again on Leadership 6 with no reroll. I took another wound on the Skull Crushers, and I think that's all the damage I took. But now next turn he's not going to be steadfast, and I'm either going to wipe out the unit or he's going to break, and then that's going to be game. So this is, well, it looks like I forgot to take pictures of High Elf turn 5. He just moves his Liam Reavers to there. Again, he's trying to get in range of those Nurgle Warriors and pick up those points. The Imprints moves to here to counter. But it didn't really matter. He didn't kill the Nurgle Warriors. And in the combat phase, basically killed everything except his level 1 wizard, who breaks and gets run down. And then that was the game. So first game against New High Elves, I actually get a good win, and it was just a grind on the Phoenix Guard. This is what it was going to come down to, whether my weight of attacks or the Band of the War Dragon would win. And it's the old conundrum of irresistible force against an immovable object, and it turns out this time that the irresistible force won. So I hope you enjoyed the report. I think this is the last picture. I don't think I got any more after this. Yeah, I've not done a post game thought slide. I didn't really have any. It was a good game. It was good to play High Elves in a warm up game before the tournament started. If I drew them, I didn't want to be completely unprepared for what they could do. And the Phoenix Guard, it took pretty much my entire army to kill them. Look, both Golby's Chariots are in there, the Skull Crushers are in there, BSB's in there, the Demon Prince is in there. It took everything to whittle down this unit, and it's a really, really tough nut to crack against magical attacks. I mean, we were talking afterwards that the Phoenix Guard probably isn't the best unit for the Band of the War Dragon to have, because they can very easily get a 3+ ward save, and then from that point on, a 2-up is kind of overkill. But my opponent brought what he had painted for his High Elves. He didn't spend the time to, tailor make a really powerful list. So he should do quite well in the tournament. And this has really given me a lot of confidence, because this was this was a bad matchup for me, and I managed to pull through with a victory. So feeling confident after my my previous warm-up game that just went to absolute shit. This was a fairly good balanced game. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget to like the video, put a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you like the reports, and of course remember to follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @SystemWarGames. I'll put it in the description below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned for coverage of the tournament. I've got one more practice game to put up, and then it will be game 1 of the tournament.